So I have so many 1 yard, 1.5 yards of fabric at home, and I was wondering what I could make with them. So I stumbled on this flesh shorts on Pinterest. So I just thought to myself, I'm going to make it because it's so comfortable and easy to wear. So if you have 1 yard, 1.5 yard of fabric in the house, and you are wondering what you could make with them, I'm sure you'll be interested in this tutorial. You can decide to make yours long if you so desire. All you have to do is just to extend the length and follow the same procedure. It's your girl Tinuade, and you're welcome to another beautiful tutorial. If this is your first time here, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking by. This tutorial is totally beginners friendly, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it if you follow step by step. So this beautiful Ankara print that I have on the table here is what I'm going to be using for this tutorial, and it's 1.5 yard, and I'm not going to put it on fold. Yes, so I'm going to start off by marking 5 inches at that top. Yes, I'm going to mark 5 inches just the way you see me do, and I'm going to use that to create a straight line at that top part. So this is me trying to take in the line so that it can be visible enough. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark another 5 inches line at that side. Yes, so I'll mark the 5 inches and I will use it to create a straight line. Now that I have my line set, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to divide my waist circumference by 3. Yes, please take note, you are not going to be dividing your waist by 4 because this is a flare, so we'll be using 3 inches. So my waist divided by 3 is 10 because my waist is 30. Divided by 3 will give me 10, and that's what I'm going to be using as the radius at that point. You can see the way I positioned my tape. My tape is sitting at that junction where the two lines met. So I've gone ahead to connect the marks together, and I have that curve that you are seeing there, and that will serve as my waistline. The total length of this my flesh short is 18 inches, but because it's going to be having a band height of 2 inches, I'll be subtracting the 2 from the 18, so I'll have 16 inches. So that is what I'm going to be marking from that waistline. Please take note of that, and if you want your own longer than that, just mark your desired length from that waistline. So please take note of how I positioned my tape. Yes, the length is going to be from the waistline there, and you are going to mark it all around, then connect your dots together. In summary, what I've done so far, take 5 inches up there and by the side there, divide your waist by 3, use that as your radius, and take it from the junction where the two lines meet, then take your desired length. So I'm going to go ahead and label that part front, while the other side will be the back. You can choose to label the way you want. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to impute our crotch depth. How do you get that? It is simply dividing your hip by 4. Yes, divide your hip circumference by 4. And normally I'm not supposed to add anything, but because this is a free wear, I'm going to be adding 1 inch to what I got. My hip is 40, divided by 4 will give me 10. So this is me marking 11 inches from the waistline. Remember where our waistline is, so I'll mark 11 inches from the waistline. I'm not going to consider the fact that we are going to add band to it because it's a free wear. I really want it to be free around the crotch parts. Hope you understand. And I'm going to be imputing that value at both the front and the back side. Hope you get it. After imputing your crouch depth, the next thing we are going to be doing is to impute the crouch extension. How did I get that? It is simply by dividing my hip circumference by 20 for front. My hip is 40, divided by 20 will give me 2. So I went ahead to add 3/4 to it, and that's what I imputed on that line there. And I went ahead, place my tape diagonally, just the way you see me to do, and mark out 1/4, yes, 1.25. This is to enable me create my crouch curve, and I'm also going to be repeating that at the back side. So as for the back, I'm going to be dividing my hip circumference by 10. Yes, remember the front we divided by 20, but for the back we'll be dividing by 10. My hip is 40, divided by 10 will give me 4 inches, and I'm going to go ahead and add 3/4, just the way we did in front, to my 4 inches. So I have 4 3/4, and I'm going to mark that under my crotch extension. I'll also place my tape diagonally in order to mark my 1.25, so that it will guide me in creating my curve perfectly. So back to the front again. What I'm going to be doing is to measure out what I have on the crotch extension line there. I have 2 3/4. Hope you can see what I'm measuring. Yes, I have 2 3/4. I'm going to be minusing half from it, and I'll mark it at the down parts and connect it with a straight line. I'll connect the 2 marks with a straight line. I'll repeat the same thing at the back. As for the back, I have 4 3/4, and I'm going to be minusing half from it. I'll have 4 1/4. I'll go ahead and create a straight line using the 2 marks. So we are almost as good as done. What I'll do now is to add my allowances, and I'll go ahead and cut out. So on the waistline, I'm going to be adding half an inch because I'll need that to join my band. Then at the hem part, I'll add half an inch for hemming, and at the crouch for the front, I'll be adding half an inch for the front. At the back, I'll be adding 1 inch. Because our zipper is going to be at the back, I'll be using half an inch for my zipper, while the remaining half an inch is just to create ease. Remember, the back part of any trouser is always a bit wider than the front, so that half an inch will serve as the ease that the back is supposed to have in order to have a balanced outfit. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please kindly do so now, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new tutorials, because I have more educational tutorial coming up for your viewing pleasure. And please, if you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you. So the next thing we are going to do now is to cut out following the direction of the chalk. So as it is, I have just one piece of the front and of the back. So you can go ahead and duplicate this, join your crotch, fix your band, and you're good to go. But because I want this my shorts to be having pockets, so I'll go ahead and fold it like so, just the way you see me do. I'll fold the front on the back side, and I'll make sure that it's relaxing on the 1 inch mark that I made at the back. Hope you get it. I'll fold the front over to the back, and I'll make sure that the front is sitting on that 1 inch mark that I made on the back. I'll go ahead and divide this into 2. This is just because I want this to have a pocket, but if you don't want yours to have a pocket, just go ahead and duplicate this and fix your band, then you're good to go. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to duplicate this so that I can have the two pieces that I need for the front and at the back. Remember, this fabric was not pleats on fold. So this is me duplicating the front and the back piece so that I can have the two complete pieces there to make the front part and two complete pieces to make the back parts. And thank God my fabric does not have pattern, so I can actually place it anyhow. But please, if yours has a pattern, be conscious of that. So from the leftover pieces of fabric that I cut out, I'm going to manage it and cut out my pockets. Remember, I need 4 pieces of pocket, that is 2 pairs. So I'll cut out a pair first, then I'll use that pair to duplicate another pair, which will give me 4 pieces. So I'll go ahead and mark out the pocket opening. I use 7.5. Yes, that is what. So I have 7.5 inches pocket opening. I'll go ahead and place my palm like that. I'll go ahead and paste my palm like that, then I'll trace it out, making sure that the length of the pocket is between 8 to 9 inches. Yes, that is the pocket depth. So I'll go ahead and cut out now, following the direction of my chalk. I overheard someone saying, "Is that it?" Yes, that's it. So it's as simple as that. So I have 2 pieces there. I'll use the 2 pieces to duplicate another 2 pieces so that I can have 2 pairs. So I have my 4 pieces complete. The length of the pocket, that is the depth, is 9 inches, while the pocket opening is 7.5. So this is it. So I'll keep the pocket aside now so that we can move to the sewing machine. So I'll start off by picking the front piece. Yes, and I'm going to be joining the crotch parts with 1/2 inch. Yes, I'll join the crotch part of the front with 1/2 inch. I'll do the same to the back. So after joining, this is what I have. I've joined the crotch part, and this is what it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to mark where my pocket is going to be starting from. So I've gone ahead to measure 1.5 inch from the waistline, and I gave it a notch. That is where my pocket is going to be starting from. So that's where I'm going to attach it. Yes, so I'm going to place it. You can see the way the pocket is looking, as if it's facing down, and that is the way it should be attached, not the other way around. I hope we understand. And the pocket right side is going to be facing the right side of the main fabric. I hope we get it. The right side of the pocket is going to be facing the right side of the main fabric. So I'm going to go ahead now and secure the pockets to the sides, starting from the notch that I made, and I'm going to attach it with paint then before I take to my sewing machine to sew. So I've gone ahead to attach the pockets to the main piece, and this is what I have. You can see it. I repeated the same process to the back, and this is what I have. I've also gone ahead to cut the band I will be attaching to this my circular shorts. Yes, so the measurement I used was 5 inches wide. Yes, because the band height is actually 2 inches, but I added half an inch to join it, so that at the end of the day I'll be having 2 inches. But the length is the measurement I took on the main piece. And as for the back, it's going to be separate because there's going to be zipper at the back. You can actually cut a straight band and fix it round, but it might give you issue in case your waist is too small or big, so you might have issue adjusting or amending it. But with this, it makes the band relax so well around your waist. That's number one. And number two, it will make it easy for you to amend. So this is what I mean. So the band for the back is separate because there's going to be zipper at the back. So I'm going to take to the sewing machine now, placing it this way and stitch down with half an inch. Remember, we left half an inch on the main piece to join to the band, and we added half an inch to the band height. So I'm going to take to the sewing machine now and attach with half an inch, then bring it back to show us what we have. So this is what we have. You can see, yes, so you see the band is neatly attached to the waistline, and you can see the back that is separate. So that is it, and that part will be where my zipper is going to be installed. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to join the crotch parts, yes, of both the front and the back together. And I'm going to be joining that, making sure that the seam line of both the front and the back matches perfectly. I'm going to be securing that part with pin. Then I'm going to be starting my stitch from the middle part through one side, then to the other side. So I'll be marking the side seam at once, so that by the time I finish sewing the crotch part, I'll shaping it. So I'll be stitching the side two with half an inch. So I'll be starting off with half an inch from the band, which is also the waist part. So I'll take it through the pocket side, then I'll take it down. So just follow the direction of my chalk. Yes, half an inch like so. Then I'll take it through the pocket side so that that place will be closed. I'll repeat the same thing to the other side of the piece, then I'll show us what it looks like. So this is what we have. Don't you like what you're seeing? Just check it out. Check it out now. Check it out now. I love this shorts. Please, you need to try this out and pair it with a nice top, and let me know in the comment section. So that is what we have. That's the zipper part. So I'm going to go ahead and still open it to like 8 inches, and this is the zipper I'll be using. It's a longer one, but I'll be cutting it because that's what I have under for now. So that's what I'm going to be installing, and I'll at the same time fold the hem with half an inch because that's what I left while cutting. So I'll search the raw edges on the inside, knitting everything up because I so much value knit finishing. Then I'll give it a good press, show us what we have. So this is the final look. You can see the way the zipper is properly installed and it's looking so neat. So I make sure that the metallic clip at the edge of the zip is still there. I cut it from the upper parts, yes, and I've folded the hem. You can see the way it's looking so beautiful. So I'm going to wear this on the mannequin so that we can see how it looks. So thank you very much for sticking by. Thank you for tuning into this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload new tutorial. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share, like and comment. Thank you and see you in my next video. Bye.